Who is the most famous celebrity caught cheating? We've compiled the ultimate list of the 10 worst cheaters in Hollywood history. And trust us, you won't believe some of the shocking stories we're about to spill. Keep watching till the very end. Here goes your vote. Number 10. Errol Flynn. Errol Flynn, the charismatic swashbuckling actor, may have been known for his daring on-screen adventures, but his off-screen escapades were equally legendary. Even the ever-watchful eyes of FBI Director J. Edgar Hoover's agents couldn't catch Flynn in the act of doing anything illegal. In fact, they seemed to revel in documenting his sexual encounters, labeling him as a, quote, highly sexed individual, with, quote, absolutely no regard for women. Flynn's sexual appetite was well documented, and it said he had an affair with nearly every woman who stepped foot on the Warner Brothers lot. Said an observer, Flynn was a man perverted in his sexual desires, who ultimately will cause Warner Brothers a considerable amount of difficulty if he doesn't kill himself in the process. He even titled his memoir, My Wicked, Wicked Ways. One particularly troubling aspect of Flynn's reputation was his involvement with teenage girls. He was known to frequent schools, ogling nubile young girls, and it was only a matter of time before his actions caught up with him. In 1943, Flynn faced arrest for the statutory rape of two 17-year-olds, Peggy Satterley and Betty Hansen. Hansen described intimate encounters on Flynn's yacht, where he maintained his socks even during their trysts. Back in the U.S., Flynn made Nora Eddington his second wife. His first marriage to Lily DeMita, an actress 5 years his senior, had ended in 1942. But after 6 years and 2 children, Eddington became disgusted and flew the coop. Quote, I knew he was sleeping with other women. He was rotating them in the same bed we used. A tragic event occurred aboard a train heading east for the premiere of Flynn's film Santa Fe Trail in 1940. According to FBI files, a Confederate of Flynn's served a female actress a Mickey Finn, a drugged drink, after which, quote, she was allegedly raped by Flynn, who is said to have made bets with friends on the train that he could accomplish this feat. The actress attempted suicide and had to be flown home. Not even his co-stars were safe from Flynn's advances. Olivia de Havilland, his co-star in The Adventures of Robin Hood, faced his aggressive pursuit. Flynn once drunkenly attempted to break into her room while she was dressed as Maid Marian, an incident that only ended when her roommate threatened to call the police. Despite multiple marriages, including to Patrice Wymore, his third wife, his infidelity persisted. He embarrassed Patrice when he was arrested in 1951 for allegedly raping a 17-year-old girl during their wedding reception. Although these accusations tarnished his reputation, Flynn managed to evade serious consequences. The girl charged that the rape had occurred in the shower compartment of his yacht. A judge took one look at the cramped space and dismissed the case. Said Flynn, quote, so many girls claim they've been aboard, but surely I know those I've taken to the boudoir. Tragically, Flynn's life came to an early end at the age of 50. His body ravaged by excessive drinking. Doctors reportedly said that Flynn had the body of an 80-year-old. Stay tuned as we continue our countdown of Hollywood's worst cheaters. And don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel. Number 9. Sophia Loren. During a crucial period in her illustrious career, the enchanting actress found herself entangled in a web of emotions that would forever shape her life. At the time, Loren was in a committed relationship with the renowned Italian producer Carlo Ponti. The catch? Ponti was still legally bound to his wife, and divorce was not an option in Italy. The couple's plans for marriage were on hold until they could find a way to untangle the legal knot. But fate had a different script in mind. While filming the 1957 war movie The Pride and the Passion in Spain, alongside Hollywood heartthrobs Cary Grant and Frank Sinatra, Sophia Loren's life took an unexpected turn. In her revealing memoir, Yesterday, Today, Tomorrow, My Life, published in 2014, Loren poured her heart out about an affair that would remain secret for years after the actor's passing. Loren and Cary Grant, despite their age difference of 30 years, found an undeniable connection. The chemistry they shared on set transcended into real-life emotions, a spark that led them into a passionate affair. Loren faced an agonizing choice between her current relationship with Ponti or the alluring, blossoming romance with Grant. Quote, "When I finally saw Cary's unmistakable profile at the door, I thought I'd faint," Loren recounted, recalling their first encounter at a Madrid cocktail party in 1956. She described Grant's impeccable style, his distinguished gray hair, and his captivating elegance, which left her breathless. The two embarked on a journey of dinners, conversations, and shared dreams that ignited feelings of love, but also fear of the complex situation they were in. Loren openly admitted, quote, "Both of us soon realized that the feelings between us were beginning to be laced with love, and we were scared." The affair flourished despite the complications. Ponti's inability to divorce, coupled with Grant's own marital ties to actor Betsy Drake, cast shadows over their burgeoning relationship. As Loren revealed in her memoir, Grant took steps that many may perceive as a proposal. In the midst of a beautiful sunset, he turned to her and asked, "Will you marry me?" Caught off guard, Loren hesitated, overwhelmed by the weight of her decision. She whispered, quote, "Cary, dear, I need time," as she grappled with an impossible choice. However, in a later interview, Loren clarified that Grant didn't actually propose. Quote, "Cary Grant was a very handsome man and a wonderful actor, but he didn't propose," she said. She recognized the complexities of their situation and the challenges of pursuing a future together. Despite the undeniable connection and Grant's sincere intentions, Loren's roots and the uncertainty of what lay ahead prevented her from fully embracing the opportunity with him. She confessed, quote, "Cary belonged to another world in America. I felt that I would never fit in there. I would never have a future there because of my nationality." Their paths crossed a few more times, including Grant's visit to the set of Two Women. Loren recounted a bittersweet memory of their last conversation, where Grant simply called to say, "Ciao." And then Grant's final curtain fell. He passed away in 1986 at the age of 82. Number 8. Jerry Lewis. While he might not be the first name that comes to mind when you think of Hollywood's famous heartthrobs, Lewis had his own share of surprising love stories to tell. And one of these stories involves none other than the iconic Marilyn Monroe. In a candid interview with GQ in 2011, Lewis, known for his comedic genius, shed light on a secret that had remained hidden for decades. He confessed to having a passionate affair with none other than the blonde bombshell herself, Marilyn Monroe. The revelation added a new layer to Lewis's legacy, showing a side of him that few had ever imagined. Initially, when asked about his famous lovers, Lewis hesitated, seemingly reluctant to share the details. However, he eventually opened up about his connection with Marilyn, right in the midst of discussing his friend, President John F. Kennedy. With a mix of hesitation and confidence, Lewis blurted out, quote, "I'm telling you what I know. Never. And the only reason I know is because I did, okay?" The interviewer's disbelief was palpable, but Lewis stood by his claim, offering a glimpse into the nature of his relationship with Monroe. He likened Monroe's use of sex to his use of humor, suggesting that for her, it was a way to confirm the authenticity of a connection. He shared a candid insight into the affair, admitting, quote, "It was long," punctuated by a rueful smile. And then he humorously added, quote, "I was crippled for a month, and I thought Marlene Dietrich was great." The affair, however passionate, took place during a time when Lewis was still married to his first wife, Patty Palmer. His marriage to Palmer lasted from 1944 to 1980 before they went their separate ways. Later, in 1983, Lewis tied the knot with Sandy Pitnick, marking a new chapter in his life. Number 7. John Wayne. John Wayne, America's beloved film cowboy, was a master of contradictions. While he may have preferred sailing his yacht, the Wild Goose, over riding a horse, his on-screen persona exuded confidence and masculinity. Behind the scenes, however, Wayne was known for his brash womanizing ways, a stark contrast to his often awkward and shy interactions with his on-screen love interests. Despite portraying a revered soldier on screen, Wayne's commitment to his career during World War II took precedence over military service. He garnered fame to the extent that he had an airport named after him, appeared on postage stamps, and even received a congressional medal. Yet amidst these accolades, Wayne grappled with personal demons, battling alcoholism and a relentless smoking habit of 4 to 5 packs of unfiltered Camels a day. While Wayne's characters epitomized the ideal mate, his reality was far from it. He embarked on 3 marriages, none of which seemed to provide the companionship he sought. Even his friends were puzzled by his choice of partners. His first wife, Josephine Josie Sines, a society girl from Pasadena, found herself married to a man more interested in other women, including the sultry German actress Marlene Dietrich. Despite his efforts to improve his marriage, Wayne's roving eye persisted, leading to an affair with Dietrich. Their passionate connection remained steadfast, even in the face of Dietrich's association with a masculine-looking lesbian. Wayne's escapades continued as he married twice more, both times to Spanish women, Esperanza Bauer Diaz Ceballos and Pilar Pelé. However, his enduring love affair with film star Maureen O'Hara remained an open secret through tumultuous years. His third wife, Pilar Pelé, a young actress from Peru, struggled to adapt to the Hollywood lifestyle. Amidst these complex relationships, Maureen O'Hara remained a constant figure, sharing a deep bond with Wayne that spanned decades. As Wayne's personal life saw numerous ups and downs, his health also suffered due to his smoking habit. In 1979, his years of heavy smoking finally caught up with him, and Maureen O'Hara was one of the last people to see him before he passed away. Number 6. Mary Aster. In 1931, Mary Aster tied the knot with Franklin Thorpe. However, their marital bliss didn't last long, largely due to Thorpe's volatile temper. By 1933, just 2 years into their marriage, Mary decided she wanted out. She expressed her desire for a divorce, but Thorpe dragged his feet, waiting until 1935 to file. What followed was a messy divorce that would shock the nation, fueled by the salacious details contained within Mary's personal diaries. Their relationship had been rocky for some time. Both Mary and Thorpe had strayed from their marital vows, and Mary's diary entries from that period tell the story. In her own words, she confessed, quote, "I don't love Franklin anymore. I am unhappy and bored with him." She described their life as a series of explosive arguments, often over trivial matters. The couple had discussed divorce extensively. During one particularly ugly argument, things took a bizarre turn when Franklin decided to abscond with Mary's blue ledgers, which she used as personal diaries. Little did he know that these diaries held explosive revelations. Within those pages, Franklin discovered Mary's passionate affair with Pulitzer Prize-winning playwright George S. Kaufman. What made matters even more scandalous was that George was a married man of 2 decades, albeit in an open marriage. Mary's diary entries reflected her intense feelings for him, describing their affair as, quote, "beautiful, glorious," and expressing hope that it would be her last love. In the midst of their divorce proceedings, Franklin made audacious demands. He insisted on sole custody of their 4-year-old daughter, Marilyn, as well as half of the proceeds from the sale of their family home and control over Mary's finances. If she didn't comply, Franklin threatened to release the diaries, exposing the sordid details of her various romantic liaisons and effectively destroying her career and reputation in the process. I've got something incredible to share with you today, our sponsor for today's video, Incogni. It's not just a product, it's been a game changer in my life. Incogni is your personal shield against data brokers and cyber threats. Before I started using it, I was constantly worried about my online privacy. But Incogni changed everything. It proactively reaches out to data brokers, ensuring my personal data is removed and stays off the market. As a content creator, my online reputation is everything. Incogni empowers me to tell compelling stories about the dangers of data breaches and how to protect your data. It's not just a tool, it's my peace of mind in the digital world. Don't let data breaches put your reputation at risk. The first 100 people to use my code VINTAGETV will get 60% off. Join the Incogni community and take control of your digital identity. Click the link below to learn more. Your online privacy matters. Make it your top priority with Incogni. Thanks for considering this life-changing solution. Number 5. Marlon Brando. This Hollywood legend was more than just a heartthrob. He was a whirlwind of romantic entanglements that could fill a library. Brando, known for his studly charm, was a notorious womanizer. He wasn't one to shy away from affairs with both women and, at times, men. In fact, Brando was open about his bisexuality, unashamedly admitting, quote, "Like a large number of men, I too have had homosexual experiences, and I am not ashamed." His rumored affair with comedian Richard Pryor was confirmed by none other than Quincy Jones and Pryor's widow. But that's just the tip of the iceberg. Brace yourselves, because here are some eye-browsing details from Brando's love life. He reportedly had a tryst with none other than Jackie Kennedy. He might have shared a romantic rendezvous with the iconic Marilyn Monroe. Jackie Collins, the famous author, also allegedly fell under his spell. Rita Moreno once declared Brando as, quote, "the lust of her life." He shared a friends with benefits arrangement with Shelley Winters. According to Heidi Fleiss, Brando's bedroom habits were unconventional, involving grapes during intercourse. There's speculation of a possible romantic relationship with writer James Baldwin. And, hold on to your hats, whispers of a connection with none other than Cary Grant. But Brando's love life wasn't just confined to the rumors and headlines. He was married 3 times and had relationships that resulted in an impressive number of children. In 1957, he married Indian actress Anna Kashna, with whom he had a son named Christian Devi Brando. Even during this marriage, Brando couldn't resist numerous extramarital affairs, including one with Rita Moreno. The couple divorced in 1959. His second marriage was to Mexican actress Movita Castaneda in 1960, lasting only 2 years and resulting in 2 children. Then, in 1962, Brando met Tarita Tarapaya on the set of Mutiny on the Bounty. Despite their 18-year age gap, they married and had 3 children before their divorce in 1972. And if that wasn't enough, Brando had a 14-year affair with Maria Cristina Ruiz, a Guatemalan maid. Together, they had 3 more children. Throughout his various relationships and marriages, he also adopted several children, bringing the total to around 11 or maybe 15. Number 4. Desi Arnaz. Lucy and Desi's iconic show I Love Lucy entertained millions, but behind the scenes, their relationship was a roller coaster of passion, challenges, and surprises. Lucille Ball and Desi Arnaz tied the knot in 1940 after meeting on the set of Too Many Girls. But just 4 years later, Ball filed for divorce. Their separation didn't last long, though, as they reconciled and continued their marriage. Despite the challenges, they welcomed 2 children together, Lucy Arnaz in 1951 and Desi Arnaz Jr. in 1953. I Love Lucy premiered in 1951 and became a monumental success, produced by their very own company, Desilu Productions. This on-screen partnership was the last attempt to save their rocky marriage. With Desi often away on tours, they hoped the show would allow them more time together as a family. But there's more to this story than meets the eye. Enter Scotty Bowers, a former gas station attendant turned escort and pimp for Hollywood's elite. Bowers claimed to have arranged secret sexual liaisons for numerous celebrities, including the likes of Katharine Hepburn, Spencer Tracy, Cary Grant, and yes, Desi Arnaz. These revelations came to light in his 2012 book, Full Service: My Adventures in Hollywood and the Secret Sex Lives of the Stars. Bowers claimed that during the height of I Love Lucy, he was arranging encounters for Arnaz with multiple women per week. Ball reportedly confronted Bowers about his involvement, leading to a heated exchange at a party. Adding to the drama, a 1955 confidential tabloid story titled "Does Desi Really Love Lucy?" alleged Arnaz's infidelity. The article described his affairs and Ball's reaction, noting that Arnaz dismissed his behavior, saying, quote, "I just take out hookers." In his memoir, a book published in 1977, Arnaz admitted to his own infidelity and claimed that Ball had been unfaithful as well. He painted a picture of a relationship filled with fights, dwindling intimacy, and growing unhappiness. Despite their rocky road, Arnaz and Ball divorced in 1960 after 20 years of marriage. Interestingly, their relationship seemed to improve after their split. Their daughter Lucy shared that they got along better as exes than they did as spouses. Number 3. Spencer Tracy. The powerful and enduring connection between Spencer Tracy and Katharine Hepburn remained a well-kept secret for nearly 3 decades, touching the hearts of fans worldwide. This sensational affair began while Spencer was still legally married to Louise Tracy, a fact that surprised many. Spencer and Louise had tied the knot in 1923 and had 2 children together. However, their relationship was marked by separations and reconciliations, and they eventually lived apart while remaining married. In the 1930s, amidst these fluctuations, Spencer had affairs with other women before crossing paths with Hepburn. The fateful meeting between Spencer and Katharine occurred on the set of the 1942 film Woman of the Year. Their chemistry was undeniable and sparks flew. But the pair made a pact to keep their relationship under wraps, a decision rooted in several factors. Spencer's Catholic faith played a significant role in this choice. Divorce was not an option due to his religious beliefs, and he would only have pursued it if Louise, who was Episcopalian, initiated the process. Louise, however, never made such a request. Furthermore, Spencer's Catholic guilt and sense of responsibility were intensified when he discovered his son was deaf. This complicated his relationship with Louise, but he never officially left her. Their relationship remained shrouded in secrecy, known only to their closest friends and associates. When asked about their connection, Hepburn once said, quote, "It was my pleasure. He was a witty, amusing, entertaining man with a rather difficult nature. It was easy for me to please Spencer because I loved him." She was drawn to his sense of humor and remarkable memory, describing their bond as nothing short of magic. Number 2. Andy Griffith. Take a look behind the scenes of The Andy Griffith Show to discover a love story that played out both on-screen and off. While Andy Taylor and Helen Crump were stealing hearts in Mayberry, a different kind of romance was brewing between Andy Griffith and his co-star, Anita Corso. Their on-screen chemistry was palpable, but it paled in comparison to their real-life connection developing behind the scenes. Andy Griffith and Anita Corso, the actors who portrayed the beloved Mayberry couple, did their best to keep their budding romance a secret on set. However, the tension between them was undeniable and made those around them a bit nervous. Griffith's then-wife was undoubtedly affected by this clandestine affair. As the relationship deepened, Griffith took a bold step and proposed to Corso, despite his being married at the time. The proposal, however, presented a significant challenge. Corso declined Griffith's advances multiple times, eventually bringing their affair to an end. Despite the romantic chapter closing, the story of Andy Griffith and Anita Corso didn't end there. They managed to maintain a deep friendship, as confirmed by various sources. Corso, however, never found a suitor worthy of marriage and remained unmarried until her passing in 1995, without having any children. Andy Griffith, on the other hand, had a more complex marital history. His first marriage to Barbara Bray Edwards lasted from 1949 to 1972, overlapping with his affair with Corso. After divorcing Edwards, Griffith married Solika Kasuto in 1973, but their union dissolved in 1981. Finally, in 1983, he found lasting love with Cindy Knight, and they remained married until Griffith's passing in 2012. Number 1. Clark Gable. Known for his rugged charm and powerful presence, Gable's off-screen romantic escapades were as captivating as his on-screen performances. Let's uncover the hidden affairs and passionate relationships that defined the life of the King of Hollywood. Born in 1901, Clark Gable's journey to stardom began from humble beginnings, leading him to the dazzling heights of Tinseltown. Behind the scenes, rumors of his numerous lovers circulated widely, and his charm attracted a plethora of female co-stars and companions. While Gone with the Wind left Rhett's heart indifferent, Gable's heart seemed to belong to many. He was known to have engaged in a series of relationships, even marrying 5 times throughout his life. Yet amidst the tangled web of romances, one woman held a special place in Gable's heart: his third wife, Carole Lombard. Gable's list of off-screen relationships read like a who's who of Hollywood's golden era. His on-again, off-again affair with Joan Crawford spanned almost 3 decades and numerous films they worked on together. Crawford's secret pregnancy and abortion added a layer of complexity to the relationship. However, it was Carole Lombard who truly captured Gable's heart. The on-screen chemistry between Gable and Lombard was undeniable, eventually leading to a passionate romance that transcended their characters. Despite Gable's many affairs, Lombard remained the love of his life. They married in 1939, shortly after his divorce from Maria Langham, marking a pivotal moment in Gable's tumultuous love life. Gable's reputation as a ladies' man persisted throughout his career, with rumored flings with Jean Harlow, Ava Gardner, and Grace Kelly. He allegedly maintained an affair with Lane Turner while married to Lombard. Mamie Van Doren, Virginia Gray, Paulette Goddard, and Evelyn Keyes were also reportedly part of his romantic history. Gable and Marion Davies worked on 2 films together, 1932's Polly of the Circus and 1936's Cain and Mabel. Davies, who was rumored to be the mistress of William Randolph Hearst, began a brief affair with Gable as well. According to one story, MGM and Hearst wanted to break up the relationship and allegedly offered Gable money to end things. Gable reportedly received a pay raise, $2,000 per week, rather than his previous $650, to cut off his affair with Davies. Surprisingly, Gable's interests extended beyond just women. There seemed to be no end to Gable's romantic entanglements, often involving co-stars, Hollywood elites, and even older women and call girls. He once claimed, quote, "The older woman has seen more and knows more than the demure young girl," and his early habit of connecting with experienced women who could help his career backs up this claim. Because Gable's mother had passed away when he was young and his stepmother died when he was just a teen, it's possible Gable sought older women as maternal figures. Amidst the numerous love affairs, one of the most significant relationships in Gable's life was with actress Kay Williams. Their relationship began shortly after Carole Lombard's tragic death and culminated in their elopement in 1955. Gable found solace in being a stepfather to Williams's children. A new chapter in his tumultuous romantic journey. Well, there you have it, folks. The 10 worst cheaters in Hollywood history. For more juicy content, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button if you enjoyed the video. Who else do you think should have made this list? Let us know in the comments below. And thanks for watching.